Hi everyone, it's Mr. T back again here from sunny Sosua in Dominican Republic. Thanks for tuning in again. In this video, we're going to look into the likes and the dislikes that foreigners and Dominicans they have for each other. This is also to help deepen the understanding of each other's cultures, so when you come down here, you can all connect and get on a lot better. You're not going to agree with everything that you're going to hear in this video, but I'm interviewing a lot of people, so hang in there. Try to process some of the things that they're saying to figure out why they would feel that way. So here we go. Alright, the way I'm going to do this is by asking a bunch of Dominicans and Gringos 3 interesting questions. And then they'll take turns answering them. The first question I presented everyone with is what frustrates them about the other culture. And we'll start with one of the Dominicans. I'm in Coblini's clothing store where a friend and business owner just kitted me out with a new shirt. But we'll also hear what he's got to say about the topics that we're covering here. Coblin, thanks for being on video.
Thank you for coming.
What are some of the frustrations that you get when it comes to dealing with foreigners, or what makes you sometimes angry in the way they behave?
I believe that some of the new foreigners are always complaining almost about everything here in the Dominican Republic. They complain about our economy, they're complaining about the way we live, how we talk, how we behave. I understand it's a different country. They're used to their own countries, but probably what I think they could do best, they could just ask to some long-term foreigner who lives here from 10, 15 years, and probably help them a little bit to handle something about here.
And I'm here at beautiful Bay of Sosua with Mr. Traveler himself.
Hey, what's happening? How you doing, Mr. T?
I'm doing great. What are some of the behaviors that frustrate you about Dominicans down here?
Bad customer service. You know, I'm gonna tell you, I tell everybody, even on my vlogs, Telling My Dreams, do not come to Dominican Republic for the bad customer service. You gotta overlook that, and you'll have a great time because there is no customer service. They're just not trained in customer service, but you can still have a fantastic time and laugh it off.
In other words, you may just have to get the number of the bartender, so when they don't pay attention, you can ring them and order a beer.
That's the best way to do it, I'm gonna tell you, because you will not get customer service here.
Show some love, good human love. Show some love, good human love. Show some love, good human love.
They do create some problems in society, maybe drugs, maybe other culture being mixed, and us losing our roots. And other thing is also immigration, the illegal immigration, which may affect our economy in the long run. Maybe today we won't see it, but tomorrow, when there's many foreigners living off of our economy, it makes it harder for Dominicans to live.
But they have a tendency to have trouble with telling the truth. They would rather make up a story with repercussions than to tell the truth. I don't know why, but that's what they do. It's difficult to get things done. Like if you want to get insurance, if you want to get a visa for something, or if you want to get anything from the government, is very difficult to do. Everything is slow process. They're just not automated the way we are in America.
Do you think there's also an aspect that they may enjoy the bureaucracy in that process?
I think they love the bureaucracy. They like to make everything difficult, but it's just a slow process here.
Right.
When they come here with money, sometimes they think that they're better than anybody. That's the only thing that I hear about them. But when they come here real simple and short that they don't have nothing. I love it because you feel like you're part of the family. I love it. But when they come here with money, they think they're better than anybody, and they want to put you down. That's the only thing I don't like about some tourists.
But I think the biggest thing has got to be the driving. Well, although you don't have a lot of accidents out here that you see on a daily, the ones you do see sometimes are pretty bad, and it's usually a result of careless driving, whether it be a motorcycle driving at you, coming the wrong way in your lane, or those trying to crisscross through traffic in order to save themselves a few extra seconds, which usually ends up in a car accident or somebody else getting hurt. I think some of the other behaviors might be the idea that those who are not from this country, whether they be European, Canadian, American, tend to have this endless supply of money, and therefore there's a large amount of exploitation that tends to happen more often than not, especially with tourists.
Okay.
Sometimes I be angry when some tourists, they don't have very good education. I try to talk to her, they don't talk to me. I feel so bad when they do that to me.
They kind of just brush you off, or
But I respect them, do whatever they want to do, because I know they don't want to talk to me. I don't know why.
Well, there's actually nothing really something that frustrated me. It's the way the people are in this country. So I'm like them like they are. That's their country, so I think they can do whatever they want. So if I don't like it, I can leave.
Well, the one thing that really frustrates me is when people come here, they think they own the world, and they're not polite. They don't say thank you or please, and they think because they come here with money, they think that everything is owned to them.
should kiss their feet. Yeah.
They don't seem to hold the lanes. You know what I mean? They go right, left, right, whatever. They're crazy. Yes, they are crazy. Damn it.
And where does that craziness or wildness come from, you think?
I think hunger. They need more money. Money settles people down, believe me.
There you go, governments in the world, take notice. Money settles people down, so stop taking it from people. It's called theft.
People are much happier.
Exactly. Maybe they don't want that.
I'm never sure if they actually love us or care about us, or they're just using us. I'm always puzzled about that.
Well, the way they treat the women, the way they treat the people, some of them, not all of them.
What kind of things do they do that's not so nice to the people or the women?
Well, the thing with the money, they can buy anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true.
Yeah.
They come with a little money, they think they can buy you, they can buy anybody. That's what I think is frustrating. For the Dominican and for many people.
Is that all the foreigners or just a percentage of them?
No, all of them. It's maybe 10% of the people.
Well, they live in a beautiful country. They don't seem to respect it the way one would want them to. That we see all of the time with all the rubbish we find around, it's a worldwide problem now with the plastic. They try, or a few people here try to put it in their head to be more careful, but it's a struggle. Apart from that, they promise a lot, but they don't keep many of the promises.
What do I say about that? Well, about that I cannot say nothing, because I like all the foreigners just the way they are. And it's good to them to be over here, so I cannot say that nothing frustrates me from them.
What I like and I don't like when you come to their land. Dominican or Gringo, be respectful, man. What I like and I don't
Okay, the most that I don't like from the Dominican and I'm frustrated is for the trick, the people all the time smile, but sometimes it's go for the money and like to lie you all the time with your smile, and I think that this is no good for me.
Absolutely.
I have some bad experience.
So a few of them are a bit tricky.
Yeah.
You say?
Because I live from the foreign people. Foreigner, I make business with them, and they bring money to the country. We've never been angry with them.
There are always too late. But don't really make me angry. But that is the principal thing. I think there are always too late. You have a date at 2 o'clock, that come at 4. You have a date at 4, they come at 6.
Right.
What frustrates me is people come with a different image of Sosua. That's what frustrates me.
And in which way do they kind of display that?
Well, they come scared, and to tell you the truth, Sosua is a safe town. It's a town where people come to have fun, visit our beaches, our culture, our food, and I just wish that people from foreign countries, when they come with a different image and don't be scared from Sosua.
Show some love, with human love. Show some love, with human love. Show some love.
There are some behaviors that frustrate me, but what comes to mind first is that they say they can fix everything, and then they don't fix it. So or they make it even worse, like a car repair or on your house, like that. They promise the world, but they don't deliver. It frustrates me.
Okay, and do you think it's got something to do with not trying to lose face?
Yeah, I think you have to be on it, just on it, check it, ask for credentials, and then it comes good.
Okay.
Yeah. There's some things that are not so good because I hate the discrimination of the Haitians. They do. I want them to see together. They are living on the same island. So, and I would like to see some more education here.
When you are foreign, you should be coming in the country, you should be polite with the people. Sometimes we don't like it. When they try to be, they think I'm the best. But this is something they try to be a rule, but they try to turn to be the best. That's what I think.
Yeah. And anything else that makes you angry they do?
Sometimes when they try to do something they not do in their country, they come to do it in here. Sometimes we don't like that.
Okay, that's a good question. I'm kind of glad you started with that question. That question, I have perfect answer for it. The only thing I don't like about the Dominicans, the behavior, let's say one Haitian committed a crime, and then that Haitian got away or went back to Haiti or whatever, went back to another town. The rest of the Haitians in that area have to pay for it. That don't make no sense to me, because if one committed a crime, you have to find the one that committed the crime to make them pay for the crime, not the rest of them to pay for somebody else's crime.
That would be hypocritical, yeah.
Well, a lot of times here in the beach, we have beach chairs in the beach. You serve them down there, give them drinks, give them food, and sometimes when you're not looking, they just walk away without paying. That's very frustrating because you have to pay for it.
There's a couple, but I think one of the most frustrating things would be, it seems like most of them are very rude with situations, standing in line. Somebody will cut right in line in front of you without even thinking. You know, no, excuse me, please, thank you. It's kind of crazy. I've been in line and 2 or 3 will just jump right in front of you, like they're supposed to just go first, you know.
And when they jump in front of you in a line, what's your reaction or response to that?
I say, hey, what are you doing? You know, and they just look at me like I'm wrong. You know? I say, hey, excuse me.
So
look at me like, hey,
not a lot of responsibility there.
Exactly.
Okay. Any other frustrating things?
Probably driving is one of the most frustrating. I'm nervous to drive down here. I probably don't drive that often, but when you have to, there's no. Doesn't seem like there's any laws. I've seen cars drive on the sidewalk. I've seen motos drive on the sidewalk. I've seen motos make a left, pass me on the right, make a left and cut right in front of you. It's like, whoa, what the heck? You know, I've been stopped at a red light and, you know, blow right past me. Like, what the hell's going on here?
He said the guy people, he said, it's not good, not fresh. For me, from the restaurant, it's fresh. He said, under the restaurant, under the people, he said, hey, don't pay, my friend. Yeah, but he said, for me, pay now, but it's a good food.
Fair enough.
Well, what can I say? Actually, when they eat something and it's in a plastic or something, they just eat it and they just throw it on the floor. Or they what they say? When their nose is running, they just go like that and they just want to shake hands with you. And I don't want that.
No, thanks.
And the other ones, they just call us stupid Gringos, you know, because I've seen lots of stupid Gringos here, you know.
Oh, yeah. Some deserve it then.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
All right.
The Estados Unidos, the Canada coming people are a little angry, but when this guy look at the Dominican guy have a beautiful smile
on his face, yeah.
A smile, beautiful selfie, but him smell too. He here in my country is relax, enjoy the Caribbean, the Paraíso, you know. I think about this guy need one massage, one vacation.
So a lot of them, they look angry, they're very stressed. And
I think they have many stress. When him coming here in my country, he's relaxed because it's one place, Caribbean, beautiful beach. They is fine.
What I like and I don't like when you come to their land. Dominican or Gringo, be respectful, man. What I like and I don't like when you come to their land.
Not a lot, really. They have a very different life here, different culture. They're very casual, they're carefree. So that becomes a frustration for people who lived in our first world countries where we expect things on time and done right the first time. Here you expect them to be late and do it twice. That can be frustrating.
And is there any boundaries you change when they behave like that?
Yes. You got to be strict with them down here. If they're working for you, you have to be very, very specific how and when you want it done. And you have to tell them a day ahead of time they want it done, so it's done when you expect it, or show up a day late.
Well, something I start power again. Some people like to stay here and have a good time, but they want to change many things. They have to be respect. We got our Dominican law, we have our system, and we are very frankly, but some tourists like to change like that our system, and that I don't like.
I got nothing about Dominicans people because I'm living here and they go with me, I'm good with them.
Excellent.
Yesterday, I was driving my scooter and some tourist was driving and he drove in front of me with his car. That made me so angry, but...
And why do you think he did that?
He was drunk when he was did that.
He was drinking?
Yeah, he was drinking. I was driving and I almost hit him with my scooter and I almost fall down.
How did you know that he was drinking? Did he look drunk? Or?
Yeah, he was looking drunk, yeah. And sometimes too they talk in the phone and they don't say when they drive.
Okay. And anything else that irritates you or frustrates you about the foreigners?
No.
Mostly it's their relentlessness of trying to sell you stuff that you don't want to buy. The motor conchos honking at you, scaring the hell out of you when you're walking down the road, asking if you want a ride, but I'm out walking because I want to walk. And I get frustrated because how many times can you say no to the same people before they understand? 5 weeks I was here last time, I never got it. I guess another thing I find frustrating is most of them have ulterior motives. They all want to have a scam trying to get your money. And their prices that they charge at times are outrageous for tourists, where I can buy the same stuff at home for cheaper.
Yeah.
Like for example, Dominicans
love to embrace. You know, they are more friendly, and sometimes the foreigner are quite reserved. You know, they do not understand the friendly aspect of a Dominican, and
So often they would misunderstand that and take it for hustling or begging or something.
yes,
when they're just trying.
like ridiculous. You know, like where is this guy coming from? You know, it seems to me that when they come, they expect that we should understand them. We should speak their language. It's all the way around. When I go to a country, at least I try to learn their basics words for me to get along. It's me that I am the one that going to the place. So I should know at least the very basic words for me to get along, not all the way around.
Alright folks, to this point you've heard a mixed bag of opinions from both sides of the fence. Now let's just hear what they love about each other.
Actually, I like how their nature, basically how close they are, how they are warm, like their relationship to their families, also their relationship to other people. I'm basically muy aplatanado. I live here over 18 years. I'm married to Dominican from Santiago, and actually I really love this nation.
Oh, education. I mean, foreigner really don't throw garbage on the street. They have more civil education. Is that the way you say it?
Yeah.
Because, and that helps us a lot. I really like them, the way they park the cars, and they really want to knock the door before getting in, and all those things. That's an example to us to follow.
Excellent.
What I love about Dominicans, they carry themselves with such pride. Like I said, they're very proud people. And even though they're, as far as economically, they're way behind a lot, of course, the Western world, and even some Latin American countries. But if you piss them off, no matter if that Dominican can be broke, if you, what they call offend them, I've seen them throw the money back in your face and just go off. And they will stick together. So trust me, you don't want to offend Dominicans.
The best thing that we can learn from them, education.
Knowledge of different things.
Different knowledge that they have. They bring us so many good things for us. And I work here on the beach for almost 5 years. And I have some beautiful customers. And they treat me like part of the family.
Excellent.
They are always smiling. Always. They can be a very bad day. They are smiling. They are happy. A little bit music and a little bit beer on around, and all is well.
Excellent, excellent. That sounds fun.
It's very nice to meet people. They're so nice. They're so friendly. I really like when people come here from different countries. That made me so happy to see people from everywhere around the world here. That's very good. I like that.
Yeah, and how do you find them different from Dominicans?
Because they have a lot of respect for people here. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they're definitely very friendly people. When you meet some good Dominicans, they're actually awesome people.
Yep.
To have the contact, the physical contact with a foreigner, doesn't matter where that person comes from. It's always a source and opportunity to learn. And like anybody else, and like every country, it has so many positive things and negative things. But if we focus on how positive these people, is behaving, I'm sure that we are going to find a lot of good things to learn from.
I feel Dominican people are very loving, very joyful, and very giving people, very willing and diligent people when it comes to helping you out. I think it's all displayed in their attitude. Say, for example, you were driving down the highway, you get a flat tire. I promise you, more than likely, 9 out of 10 people will stop to help you with that flat tire and afterwards invite you into dinner. and then their neighbors will invite you over, and then you might even end up having a barbecue.
Well, people that come to invest and believe in our country and believe that Dominicans could do a job and create jobs for Dominican is something that I am very grateful for. And sometimes Dominicans don't appreciate what they have, and foreigners do appreciate. Foreigners teach Dominicans not to throw garbage in the floor, in the streets. There's a lot of things good things that people bring from their culture to our Dominican culture that I could embrace.
They're nice to me, I'm nice to them. If they're angry, I'm not angry, I'm still nice. That's the way Dominican works. Dominicans are really nice people. Nothing about it.
Right.
And the best promotion is when the tourists finish holiday and get a bring good information for the people waiting in the country.
We need to make you tourism minister.
Their elephant skin is one. I wish I had one. You can insult these people. That is quite amazing.
The best story, I work here for a long time here on the beach. I have like a 25-year work. But for me, my experience have American people, England people, they're going to be a good person. They're going to be a gentleman. They come with a family. They take care of the people.
The Americans.
Everybody's going to be happy, yes.
Okay, kudos to all the Americans.
There are some good people in the Dominican Republic. They are very tranquilo, and they are very relaxed people, you know. That's it.
Okay, so they don't stress a lot.
No, they don't stress a lot. No.
You know, I've worked with a lot of people, and they come here, they see our culture, they see the beauty of the island, and I can see that generally they are very appreciative of what they have, what they're seeing here, and the people, because we are a very friendly, outgoing people, and I like that about foreign people that embrace that, they take that in, and they value it.
Excellent.
They have a lot of good Dominicans that I have good relationship with, and I love this country. I love the girls.
So what's some of the personality traits that you like about Dominicans?
Man, I love the Dominican female, the culture. There are some good people, man. Dominican people are good people, but you have some people that still with their back in the day stuff. Well, you need to get over the past. The past is the past. No, this is 2018. We're going to 2019. Let's forget about what happened 150 years ago, 120 years ago. Forget about that. This is new right now, okay? Dominican people is good people to me.
They come here and they help people. They're making hospitals. They're doing things. They buy medicines. They got Nueva Vida and places like that, And they're building up here. But the point is, if you're gonna building up here, you just can't buy the people, because they're still buying it. Some people say, oh, that is so nice guy, he gave me 200 pesos, he gave me 300 pesos, that's not correct, Buy medicines, doing this, helping people, go to hospitals, That's what I think. Buy foods for the people, that's correct.
One of the main things I love here is that they smile always. And they're very helpful, and they greet you on the streets, and that's just nice, because I don't see that in Europe anymore. We walk past each other, we don't greet each other. So I love that. I love the warm welcome they give you.
Show some love, human love. Show some love.
Now the final question I hit everybody with was, what's the wildest or the funniest thing you've ever seen the other culture do down here?
The watchman of my neighbor, he shits in a bag and he throws it over the hedge to my house, and then his house is clean and my house is dirty. So that's shit.
It's a shitty situation.
We don't see a lot of Dominicans, like almost naked on the street. And I usually see some of the foreigners. I know we're the coast and everything, in a very tiny, small bathing suit. I mean, I'm not talking about a girl, of course, a man. and you say like, oh my God, walking on the street, in the middle of the street, for them it's kind of normal. For us it's like, wow, I can't imagine myself dressing like that in the middle of the street.
I was driving a girl home one night, and there was a horse, it was in Charamicos, literally blocking the whole freaking road. I mean, I had to wait like 15 minutes for somebody to move this horse eating out of a garbage can. It's like 11 o'clock at night. And I'm asking the girl, like, is this shit normal? And she's like, yeah. And it's like, just be patient, wait. So she got out, knocked on a couple of doors, and the owner came out, got the horse, and finally pulled it off the road. Totally crazy. Totally crazy.
And I've seen some guys come and even pick fights with Dominicans, over, nothing. And just say, I don't like Dominicans are, bad or whatever, or this country is a shithole, that kind of stuff. What are they here for in the first place?
Oh, they picked that up from Donald Trump.
I guess.
Oh, probably one of the craziest things I've seen. In fact, my good friend of mine is in construction, and he came down. They were building the casino at the time, and the scaffolding was bamboo. It was just sticks of bamboo and planks across, 5-6 stories high. I was talking to my friend about it. He's in a construction company in Jersey, and he says, wow, you want to take pictures and show his guys, say, hey, listen, next time you're bitching about something, imagine what these guys do.
They act like this town is theirs. Most of them take their shirt, walk on the street, like nothing has happened, and they try to do what they can't do in their country. That's the greatest thing.
The motorcycle, man, they're crazy on the motorcycle. When it comes to that motorcycle, they don't scare to die, man. I mean, they be going 200 miles an hour on the motorcycle. They be having 5-6 people on one motorcycle. I mean, that's the craziest thing. But as far as other than that, man, I love it here.
It's from the beach, the ghost here is a crazy man. It's a black and ocean for the señorita. Yeah, we say, hey, no.
So he took all his clothes off?
Yeah, the clothes.
And ran into the water?
Yes.
Okay, so he must like skinny dipping.
Well, I think it's getting drunk and they don't know where they are, with who they are. And I think that's very crazy. Okay. That's the only thing I think.
All right.
I even said to my friend, I said, one day I'm going to see a washing machine go by. The next day, I seen 2 washing machines on the back of bikes. And that to me is really creepy.
When they dance merengue, to me that's very funny because when they're in the floor, it's like, in a way they feel like John Travolta, at the very best, at least for the people who are at my age, that knows John Travolta.
Party is the most important part of it. So crazy, not really can say something about really crazy about it. Well, what I have seen in the last few years, since it's public that the government is really corrupted in this country, people get less and less money in their pockets, they're running out of work, so there's not so much work to do in the moment. That makes the people a lot more aggressive than they have been. But that's something the government should change. You should stop stealing the money and everything from the people. They should do something for the country with the money.
So they hustle more because of that? Or
yes, they do.
Big?
Yes, they do. Sorry?
Big and hustle more?
That's what they do, yeah. Like I said, they are far more aggressive than they have been in the past. So there are changes, you've seen changes, because people doesn't know what to do anymore. Whatever they try to do, it's not working. So the government doesn't help at all.
Like sometimes when you go to disco, they're so funny, they take alcohol, they heat up for everybody. That's funny for me.
They throw money?
Yeah? Sometimes, yeah.
All right. So they're showing off there.
Yeah.
All right, folks, thank you so much for watching to this point, and I'm more than sure you got a lot out of the information that all these good people shared in the video. Now, should you be thinking as a foreigner of moving down here, I also run what's called a relocation advisory service, where we sit down either face-to-face or on Skype if you're overseas, and I coach you on all the do's and don'ts down here, and that could potentially save you thousands of dollars. My fee is just a fraction of that, So send me an email if you're interested to info@educatedtraveler.info and I'll send you my price plan. Thanks again for watching. Take care and see you next time.